Okay, wait. How about hello. No, no, no. What's the problem? Ah, wait. Sam? I just allowed. Hello, now we are seeing energy in the branch, but when you hear that, just think that branch, that's full of them. So the energy. Hello. Yeah. NSC the branch. We are the branch. NSC the branch. NSE the branch. Thank you very much. Sorry? Okay, again. No. That was up. All right. Oh, please, let's be snappy about you. NSE Ikeja branch. So NSE Ikeja branch. NSE Ikeja branch. Thank you. So, possession. Hello? Yeah. And then start on the street bench. On the street wait, small. Wait, I need to shade back on so that. Now, medium you go pick.
Are you sure?
And
One zoom here.
You can just go to your seats.
Good morning, dear President, Nigerian Center of Engineers, my branch chairman, elders of the Nigerian Center of Engineers, Ikeja branch, our fellow engineers, members, about to be inducted members of the Nigerian Center of Engineers, families, friends, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. You're all welcome to this year Ralph Alabi Memorial Lecture and induction of the new members. Want to welcome you. Sorry. And on this note, I have the permission of the president and my branch chairman to commence this program. So while standing, we'll take the branch anthem. Restore on the front of the NS. God on the side, looking over and wide, look forward. We know you will be at this precious gift of you, giving our foster. Thank you very much.
Good morning, the chairman, the representative of the president, and to every keynote speaker and our guest speakers present here, to all our fellows, to all the senior engineers, and also the inductees. It's a privilege to be taking the safety brief for this esteemed occasion. The theme of this safety brief is safety is an engineer's first responsibility. As engineers, we shape the system, structures, and environment that people rely on every day. Whether we work in designs, in constructions, in operations, or even management, safety is not optional. It is our core responsibility. Today's gathering reminds us that excellence in engineering is not only measured by innovation or efficiency, but by how well we protect lives and prevent harm. Every process we develop, every material we select, and every decision we make should reflect a commitment to safety. Let us remain vigilant. Let us identify hazards early in our work and environment and even in our projects. Let's follow established standards and regulations. And even as being inducted as a corporate member, let's follow all NSC and current best practices. Let's never assume safety is someone else's job. It begins with each and every one of us. Let's encourage a speak-up culture, and whenever you find that there are concerns about anything, let's raise it without hesitation. Our nation's development depends not only on the brilliance of our ideas, but on the safety and the sustainability of systems we build. So as we celebrate the Alabi Memorial Lecture and also celebrate new corporate members today, I hope that we all renew our commitment to safety, to not just your own safety, but to the safety of the lives that depend on everything that we do. Also, if you look around, you see we have about 4 different exits, 2 by the right, 2 by the left, and if you press and you need to use the gents is just right. The gents and the ladies are just right behind you. Thank you very much and enjoy this wonderful occasion.
Thank you very much, Victory. Now, I want to introduce our dignitaries. I'm sure all of us are dignitaries, but notwithstanding, let me recognize, first and foremost, the president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, in person of Engineer Margaret Aino Oguntala, who is ably represented. Can we be on our please let's stand up, who is ably represented by the Vice President of the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, in person of Engineer Olaolu Ogunjuile FNS. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. This is one of the pictures of the Independent branch to meet. We have a lot of dignitaries from this branch. You're welcome, sir. Please, you can have a seat. I also want to recognize our own dynamic, proactive chairman of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Ikeja branch, properly known as the branch to beat, in person of Engineer Nimot Muide, FNS. I have the president. In person of Mrs. Yetunde McQueen, who is, of course, in honor of whom we are celebrating Raf Alabi today. You're welcome back. Thank you very much. Outside the home, we have the fourth branch chairman of this branch and the oldest living chairman of this branch, in person of Engineer Francis Ogunabana, FNSC. We have also as our special guest of honor, in person of QS Francis Adetola, fellow Nigerian Institute of QS, and the past president of the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyor, in person of QS Francis Adetola, who is represented himself today. Oh, it's on its way. And also have the keynote speaker of today, in person of Engineer Lekon Omole. Engineer Lekon Omole. I will not forget to also recognize, Engineer Adeboyega Amo. Sorry, apologies, please. Engineer Adeboyega Amo. That's the Chief Executive Officer of Ma Integrated Services. Apologies, please. Because of the time, I'll just recognize a few of us, and then we'll move straight to the program because our president is having another appointment shortly. So permit me to also recognize one of our elders in the society, the person of Engineer Ganiu Owolabi, FNSC. I have also the past General Secretary of this branch, Engineer Adeboyega, FNSC, Adile, FNSC, and a whole lot of, please, if I have not recognized you, it's not out of courtesy. Welcome address by the branch chairman. Please, I will have to hand over the microphone to the branch.
The president, Nigerian Society of Engineers, chairman and council, ably represented, and the first female in the 67 years history of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, the record breaker, Engineer Margaret Aino Oguntala, FNSC, ably represented by our own dear Vice President of Koren, Engineer Ogunjuile, FNSC. Thank you very much, sir. I have on the table also, please permit me to honorably do this protocol. I have also on that table the daughter of late Raf Alabi, who is the first chairman, as you can see, the name point. Thank you very much. We also have the fourth chairman of the branch, now FNSC. We also have to my right, I have my dear brother who graciously accepts to be the chief speaker of today, International Gambao, the chief executive of I have no doubt that one of our special guests will also be there. I'm a T.S. Francis Aditola, who was surprised invited in because we understand that we don't need to always speak to ourselves as engineers. We need to connect as professionals in the built environment. So we are expecting him. We also have engineering Omoni. Thank you very much, sir. That's the chief, sorry, chief executive and chief executive officer and chief technology of Global Construction and Technology. Thank you very much, sir, for coming. I also have in the house the past general secretary of the branch and a very senior member and mentor, engineer Daniel Alabi, FLS. Thank you very much for that. My engineer, Ola Omishore, Ola my apologies. Thank you very much, sir. And every other person, my executive, joint committee, I sincerely appreciate each and every one of you. So I will be reading my speech verbatim. We can flip to page 16. Oh, okay. We can flip to page 9. And it's going to be a very abridged one. Having observed the protocol, it is with immense pleasure and profound professional pride in it that we can see uphold the legacy of our pioneer chairman and also having present with us through his daughter who's representing the family, and they usually support us to uphold his legacy of ensuring that we sustain the aim and objective of founding our local branch at the 32nd branch of the NSC, now that we're about to reach 100. Today, we are gathered not just to celebrate achievements, but to honor a legacy of excellence, vision, and service. The Alabi Memorial Lecture, the 16th edition, today marks the 16th edition. We normally hold it 11th day of November by 11 o'clock. Apologies that we started with. Yeah, so we usually call it 11, 11, 11. It's an annual event. Even if it was on a Sunday, we hope to uphold that legacy in its honor. It's a moment of reflection, a time of to appreciate the enduring impact of one of our own profession's finest mind. For those that were opportune to work with him can attest to the fact that he's a man of remarkable achievement, a huge impact. He was an icon of integrity, innovation, and leadership. Through his remarkable career, he embodied the best of Nigerian engineering, demonstrating that excellence is not merely a standard or a way of life. His pioneer work, which I want you to pay rapt attention to, is in Guinness, his leadership within the Nigerian Society of Engineers, and his mentorship of countless young professionals, made shining example. So please, let's take a moment to reflect about his life. He rose to become the first Nigerian general manager in Guinness. So, I mean, we see a lot of international agency coming up, and we should know that we're able to create. I work in a global firm as well, and I sit on the board. So the challenge to every one of us, like many of us too, even with classical example, cannot be a classical example, where Nigerians was championing the cause of engineering. So our distinguished keynote speaker, Engineer Alabi will help us to navigate this critical conversation, which we've seen today as from blueprint to national building, enhancing engineering excellence for national development. It's going to remind us, because I know we are learning professionals, for the essence of the lecture, just to remind us that Nigeria is ours, and We can continue to come together each time we chunk out volume of inductees. What more can we do? We are doing a lot, but how do we print it and make it impact? So we get to hear from that. Our forbearance, like Engineer Alabi, laid the foundation of excellence. It is now our duty to strengthen that foundation, build a Nigeria where engineering is the engine of transformation and where our society recognizes and relies on our expertise for sustainable development. So, like I do say, the president has done a lot for us. We started with the monster that forms our strategic agenda, and the agenda now is now something that is being adopted as the MSc strategic document. I'm opportunity to work on that document. So what you see are going all over the world. It was a work that we did, a blueprint that we worked on and presented to her. And that's what she said throughout our year. So now we throughout our administrative year up to date. So when you see some of these things that we do, we in Ikeja, we have our 10 years long-term plan. So everything you see has been conceived by our leaders, and we're also trying to uphold that legacy and improve our profession. I must sincerely appreciate the dedication of the planning committee, led by Engineer Lubumi, Akiboboye, MNSC, the technical secretary of the branch, for their tireless effort in ensuring the success of this event. Your commitment remains to uphold the Kenya branch reputation as the branch spirit. To our esteemed leaders, past chairmen, distinguished guests, partners, sponsors, young engineers, I say a big thank you for your unrelenting support and participation. Together, we will continue to build a vibrant engineering culture that is our slogan and strengthen our nation through professional excellence. As we celebrate this legacy, may we find renewed purpose in our calling to serve, to build, and to inspire. Thank you very much for your rapt attention. God bless NSC. God bless NSC Kejaban. God bless Lagos State, and God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much, man. Okay, before I hand over to the president, please permit me to invite Engineer Daniel Alabi, please, FNSC, to please can we okay, I will need to do a few introduction again. And of course, our president, female, my branch chairman is a female. Of course, I want to also recognize the the chairman of APWEN, ably represented by the vice chairman of APWEN, Association of Professional Inductees, Association of Professional Engineer, Engineer Zanzibar, and then so I'm sure at this point, can we just be on our feet as I hand over the microphone to the president and chairman in council of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Please, can we be on our feet? Ably represented by the vice president of Korea, General FNSC. A round of applause, please. The chairman of the woman that of God legacy of past leaders. She has actually transformed Keja branch. And if you can see, look at this place that is modern, very sensitive. And all that alone is no when you say government is continuing. She has actually added value to this our edifice by giving it a thought that if I own, I have a sacrifice. That if I own this building or being reputed to be my parents, I live in this. Yes. She has actually been able to put it to produce a round of applause
Of course, when you are in house, you have a leader. The leader, the direction, which actually we discussed when we are in the waiting room. We're so lucky. I still want to give a resounding applause to the president of the great Nigerian Society of Engineers. A glass breaker, a woman that treads, and when she's going to remove the footpath, the person that was telling us twice. She has made the Society of Engineers proud. In terms of advocacy, she has a plan for coming. That is why you gentlemen are coming to debate this year. We are proud to be the new corporate members of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. She has made us proud. In the international environment, in the local environment, in areas that we thought is not possible. Tell you, in the 67 years of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, so a round of applause. Thank you, speaking blackly. And I believe that you all agree with me that NSC is proud to have this great woman. And she does that. You wait a lot. It's in the open. I'm a mother in the house, the oldest living branch chairman of this great branch, the Grand to Beach, Engineer Francis Oguaman. The last time I met him was in well, we're still awaiting the erudite consortium and the QS and Francis Aditola. I know this man and I give him that respect. We have in the house Engineer Lika Omali, CEO of a construction company. Engineer Adin Boyega Amao, the CEO of Mama. I'm sure I'm not the first time you see me. Thank you very much. Engineer Gabriel Alabi, my brother, I miss you. Engineer Adeboyega, the man that don't have and tells us that he has come to stay. A round of applause for the gentleman. And I will use this point to also recognize my mother, Engineer Mrs. Hamilton, who is ably represented by the daughter and their please take the part. All the fellows of Nigerian Society of Engineers present, you are all recognized. Corporate members, distinguished engineers here, the invited guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to read the address of our president, the only president that will have in the professional bodies in Nigeria. Other people are just following. A round of applause for the president. Whatever I read here, if there's grammatical error, it is mine. Any good thing in this presentation belongs to the president. A round of applause for the president. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, when I say I am, that's the president, please note. I'm delighted and honored to be with you today as the chairman of this occasion, which is the, sorry, I made an error, Madam Martwain. I'm sorry, because that's the celebrant of the day. Round of applause. If I made a wrong and if I moved, I need to apologize and you must pardon. Amen, pardon? Yes. I'm delighted and honored to be with you today as chairman of this occasion, which is the 25th public lecture and the 16th Ralph Alabi annual memorial lecture series. It is really heartwarming that the NSC Kenya branch has sustained these annual events, which is held in honor of the illustrious engineer Ralph Alabi, FNSC, showcasing his legacy and journalistic in the engineering field. Through these annual events, we have ensured that his contributions to the advancement of our country is remembered and celebrated. The team and the speakers, as is in the tradition of this NSC Kenya branch, we are privileged to have with us two distinguished speakers whose expertise and experience being invaluable to perspectives to our team, from blueprints to nation building, harnessing engineering excellence for development. This theme is both timely and significant, giving it direct relevance to our nation's development agenda and the growing need to harness engineering innovation as a driver of sustainable progress. This also reflects how the Nigerian Society of Engineers (NSC) continues to position itself strategically to support government efforts towards achieving national development goals. Participants, I'm equally delighted by the high turnout of participants, which reflects our members' quest for knowledge and professional development. It is important that we continue to keep ourselves abreast of development in our field to maintain excellence. I urge everyone to participate fully in the discussion all through the event. The Nigerian Society of Engineers (NLC) remains firmly committed to promoting capacity, building, and continuous professional development for all our members. We recognize that as technology and industry evolve, so must the skills, knowledge, and expertise of engineers. I urge us to pay attention to details in the course of these lectures. To high notice, let me here heartily congratulate you, every one of you, being inducted today as corporate member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. This is a remarkable achievement and a major milestone on your journey to becoming full-fledged engineers. Today, you are being welcomed into a distinguished community of professionals committed to excellence, ethics, and service to humanity. Through engineering, it is a moment of pride for you and your families. Our commitment to your professional growth. The Nigerian Society of Engineers is committed to supporting your professional journey. We provide a vibrant platform for continuous professional development, knowledge sharing, mentoring, networking with peers, industry, and experts. I strongly encourage you to remain active within the NSC. The young and the chairman of the planning committee is a very vibrant engineer. When I saw it, I said, "Oh, wow!" But the chairman said, "He's been up and doing, though he work with, I know him to be a true member of the Kenya branch and participate in various professional development activities offered. You will find them valuable as you transition from academic learning to industrial practice and leadership. As you go forward, remember that engineering comes with great responsibility. Therefore, always uphold the highest ethical standards. Prioritize safety in your work. Strive for excellence. Put public interest above personal gain. Let your work reflect values that define true professionalism. As a professional, you have to be, you have to ensure things are done ethically. Code of conduct, code of practice. When you do this, sky will be your limit. Before I conclude, I would like to remind us of our flagship events. The 2025 International Engineering Conference, an annual conference, general meeting,
AGM of the Nigerian Institute of Engineers, scheduled to hold at the International Conference Center, University of Ibadan, Oyo State, from December
1st, 2025. If you have not registered, it is mandatory for professional development.
that we participate. The gatherings of intellectuals always take you to the next pedestal. The theme for this year's conference is Engineering Innovation for a Sustainable Blueprint. I encourage all members of the NSC to register, participate actively, and make your voices heard in shaping the future of engineering in Nigeria and beyond. For registration, sponsorship, and further information, please visit our website, www.conference.nlc.org.ng. I wish you all fruitful deliberations. I thank you very much. Signed, Engineer Margaret Aina Oguntala, FNSC President and Chairman in Council, Nigerian Society of Engineers. Thank you all for listening.
Once again, can we applaud the President and Chairman in Council, Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Margaret Aina Oguntala, FNSC. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, man. We're delighted to hear from you, man. Okay, I want to move to the next item on my agenda. But before then, please permit me to do a few recognition again. Please, I will need to acknowledge and recognize Engineer Tomide Akinowo, who is the regional officer of Koren, Lagos State. So you're welcome. We have one of our dear fellow Engineer Olumide Oduniyi. You're welcome, sir. Fellow Nigerian Set of Engineers. I will not but recognize Engineer Shola Adeniran, fellow Nigerian Set of Engineers, who is representing the pioneer chairman of Ibejuleki branch, the president of Engineer Femi Dare. He is Engineer Shola Adeniran. Please, can you just move? Please, let him sit beside Engineer Adegboyega. Also, I have Engineer Gbenga Tanimowo, who is a active member of this branch. Recognize the Chairman Planning Committee, who, together with all the committee members who have actually packaged this program. A round of applause for every one of you. And someone was on Engineer Ralph Alabi. Please, let's put our hands together as I hand over the microphone.
Profile of Engineer Ralph Adeola Alabi, FNSC. Born into Akure royal family, Alabi grew up with his great-grandmother, Queen Faromibi Adeshida, one of the wives of Oba Afunbiowo Adeshida I, the former Deji of Akure. After his primary education in 1956, he had his secondary education at St. Joseph's College, Ondo, between 1957 and 1961. He thereafter proceeded to the Technical College Ibadan, now Ibadan Polytechnic, where he received a diploma in mechanical engineering. He graduated with a bachelor in Guinness, Nigeria. He began his career in Guinness Nigeria PLC as a technical trainee in 1964 and rose through the ranks to become the chairman of Guinness Nigeria PLC. He left the company in June 2005. In June 2009, after 13 years as chairman and over 40 years as a member of the company, during which the business experienced great transformation as a result of his commitment and good leadership. After leaving Guinness, Dr. Alabi set up an engineering consultancy business called Maystar Brothers Limited. He was also the chairman of a frontline marketing communications firm known as Saijo Wonukabe Limited. He was a former chairman of Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MAN, Ikeja branch, the Finance and Establishment Committee chairman of MAN National Council, and a fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. He was a national vice chairman of Science, Engineering, and Technology Summit of the Federal Ministry of Science and Technology, and a member of the Governing Council of Lagos State Polytechnic. Ralph Alabi got married to Rachel Oluwayemisi Alabi, née Oluwafemi, while studying in the United Kingdom. They had 7 children: Olufumilayo Alabi, Adekunle Alabi, Adeniyi Alabi, Adeniyi, I'm sorry, that was a repetition, Folaromi Masha, Yetunde McEwen, Olushayo Alabi, and Adenike Diagi. Also, as a pastor of the Merciful God Ministry, Dr. Alabi died. That's the conclusion of some of his achievements. He was a pastor, Merciful God Ministry. Dr. Alabi died in his Ikeja, Lagos State home on November 11, 2009, and was buried in his hometown of Akure. Some of the awards of Ralph Alabi. Alabi was a member of several business and professional organizations such as Koren. In 1990, he was given the chieftaincy title of Aruwa Joye of Akure. In 2003, he was also honored with a National Merit Award, Officer of Order of the Niger, OON, by President Olusegun Obasanjo. On December 17, 2005, the Federal University of Technology, Akure, conferred on him the award of doctorate degree honoris causa, Doctor of Engineering. And so I hope that's it. Okay. That's it. That's it. And that concludes the profile of engineer Dr. Ralph Adeola Alabi, FNSC. Thank you.
Once again, can we applaud our dear Mrs. Yetunde McEwen? Let's put our hands together once again. And let's celebrate our leader, Engineer Ralph Alabi. Okay. Quickly, I want to move to the next item. Before I do that, permit me to call the GS of the branch, in person of Engineer Taiwo Olatinwo, to do the reading and citation of the guest speaker. Please, let's put our hands together as come forward. I recognize the engineer. Apologies, please. Before we do the citation of the guest speaker, or the keynote speaker, rather, I want to recognize whom we have been waiting for, in person of the QS, Francis O. Adetola, fellow Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyor, and the past president, Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyor. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. So on this note, permit me to hand over the mic to the General Secretary of the branch to beat. A round of applause for him once again. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Engineer Taiwo Olatinwo, and may I respectfully ask the keynote speaker, Engineer Adegboyega Amao MNSC, to please rise as I read his citation. Engineer Adegboyega Amao is a distinguished mechanical engineer and the Chief Executive Officer of Mar & More Engineering Services Limited. He holds a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Ogbomoso. Please conclude, sir. All right. All right. Oh, okay. He holds a bachelor degrees in mechanical engineering from Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Ogbomoso. He is highly skilled and result-driven professional, recognized for his excellence in service delivery and leadership within the building service industries. His professional development includes fellowship and executive training from globally renowned institutions such as Stanford Graduate School, Harvard University, and the London School of Economics and Political Science. Since founding Mar & More Engineering Services in 2009, he has successfully led the company to deliver over 100 projects across Africa, positioning it as one of the continent's foremost MEP services providers. Engineer Adegboyega Amao is an active member of several professional organizations and continues to demonstrate an unwavering commitment to quality, resilience, innovation, and professional integrity in all facets of his works. Ladies and gentlemen, my president, my chairman, I present to you Engineer Adegboyega Amao, MNC.
Thank you very much. All protocol duly observed. I greet you, sir. I'm quite privileged to be here today. And this is not going to be a speech. It's going to be conversation. Before I do that, Madam, thank you for giving me the privilege to stand in front of my colleague today. President, I greet you. Kiyosade Tola, thank you. I can't be speaking while you are sitting. Who am I? Thank you for, can I go on, sir? Thank you. And the speaking, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I have a presentation here today. What are we talking about today? From blueprint to national building, harnessing engineering excellence for development. Yeah. Please go to the next slide. Yeah. Next slide, please. Okay, so what is blueprint? Basically, what everyone here is used to, drawings. The only thing that makes blueprint a little bit different from drawing is just an upgrade of a drawing. I'll read from the slide. It is a precise plan, capture purpose, material, sequence, technical and practical instruction that turns an idea into a built reality. In both engineering and national building, a blueprint is shared is the shared map that guides resources, people, and time towards a common outcome. As simple as it is, we all work with drawings every day. A level over the drawing is what we all call blueprint. Let's go to the next slide, please. Yeah. Engineering as the engine of development. Everywhere in the world today, what has happened to us in Nigeria is we are doing a little bit of catch up. What I mean by catch up is they call Nigeria second world country, developing country, and all. What do we actually call this developing country? Meaning a country that has not been to that level where it's supposed to be, despite the talent and the resources Nigeria is blessed with. We are one of them. I count myself as one of you guys. So if I'm standing in front of you speaking about engineering, we are all engineers and we are speaking the same language. So let's speak from this. When a city is light up, when water flows through taps, when factory runs, engineering is at work. The quality of a nation's infrastructure, energy system, water supply, the building direct from its economic activities, public health, quality of life. Engineering excellence therefore combines technical skills, innovation, ethics, systems that think, a commitment to durability and efficiency. So our daily life surrounds by engineering. Opening our tap in our house, water comes out, is purely engineering. And we are all engineers, and this is where it starts from. Meaning, the blueprint of the nation is surrounded by engineering. So let's go to the next slide. The gaps. When I was talking about Nigeria as a developing country, so the gaps are the things that we are going to address that will assist us as a country and individual to bridge those gaps. Across many countries, the problem is not absence of plans. It is inconsistency in the delivery of those plans. Feasibility study, master plan, policy papers are plentiful, yet something stale or underperform because of policy shift, funding shortfall, weakness maintenance regime, or insufficient involvement of engineer in decision-making. To close the gap, engineer must be part of strategic conversation and not just implementing those conversations on site. Let's go to the next slide, please. Okay, so this is where the conversation starts. And that is what we are going to talk about today. The practical ways to move from the blueprint to the built reality. Most of the time, I'm a mechanical engineer and I practice on a day-to-day on site. When we get to project sites, design has been done. We get to the implementation stage. I'll go back to this. We notice that there are a lot of drawings being reviewed. I'm taking it from the lesser parts to go into national build. What happened in that situation? It means those requirements has not been collected correctly. So when requirements are not collected correctly, it means the project is not properly constituted. And what will happen? It will slow down. It will stall. We will go back to drawing board. It happens. Even when drawing are well constituted, there are different reasons where it can be stalled. It might be optimization. But if that thought is not put through from the beginning, you will agree with me that the drag will be more than it just being dragging because of optimization. So back to my first point. Embed technical expertise in policy making. Any serious country that wants to put a blueprint out needs the expert in all areas to constitute the team that will make those policies. I believe everybody will agree with me. It's very simple. that is how it's supposed to be. However, this must be done by the team, as the team leader, our government, because our government is our policy holder. So they need to put us, you, me, in that situation where we can support them from when these blueprints are being constituted. The moment that lacks, the moment that part of the puzzle is missing, you know what I mean? It means there may be possible style to that project. And if that happens, it means the slow pace or during implementation, the engineer has been from the beginning to when we get to site, it means that there is likely to be a fruitful project. Consider all parameters are met. So the next one, and this is us, is invest in local capacity and applied innovation. And that's what we are doing here today. NSC is doing their part. We have to do our part. When we are living here today, I believe that all of us, we are here not just because we want the name of Engineer Adegboyega. We are here because we want to make impact. We are here because we want to add to ourselves. They said we have to be learning until we die, and this is part of the learning as well. So we are investing in ourselves. Yes, we are investing in ourselves, and we need to apply innovation as well. Innovation means trying to do things differently, thinking outside the box. Does not mean NSA want us to have green space today. Doesn't mean we want to do green space for ourselves tomorrow. So innovation must come into everything we are doing. So treat maintenance as part of project design. This is one of the key things in our society. If some of us are quite opportune to step out of the shore of this country a little bit, even let's leave we live in the shore of this country. Here, when a project is built and is not maintained, it's very simple. It dilapidates quickly. So what I'm saying here is from the beginning, there are some projects that are being constituted that maintenance form part of the tender documents, meaning as you are pricing these projects, give us 2 years maintenance. What that means is after the reliability period, sorry, I'm sure we are all familiar with those little terms. The reliability period is when a project is completed, the span of time that you use to ensure the project has worked as designed. So most of the time, we engineers, we leave the site hands off and give it to the client. We are done with our work, pay us our retention, and let us go. What we have seen, the moment you walk away from the project, after the availability period, the facility manager may not have the right information of the design intent on the project. When they inherit the project, so far that project did not work the way they personally feel, they change. I've been on a project, this is my personal experience, that was handed over probably 2-3 months. And we always do something when we want to pitch for a new project. We take our prospective clients to our old project, come and see our capability. Behold, I walk into this project, a switch on the wall that was properly labeled as it was on the drawing. They already put masking tape on it. You know, when you take a new client, a prospective client to go and say project, what will you say? Are you going to, you start telling them that, oh, I'm sorry. It looks like you are just trying to hide. This is not done by me. And you open the shaft, you saw different kind of label. So what that signifies to me is the intent of that project has stopped at that point when that project was handed over. So a lot of projects are like that, even to the point that, look at the light up here. These are like white light. Let me just use white light, a 4K light. If this light should go off and the intent was not carried forward, anybody can come and another kind of maintenance guy can put a 3,500K light here that is going to be yellow. So what will happen? You have different kind of lights in this space. So the intent is already being bastardized. So we need to have that mindset of embedding maintenance from the inception of the project so that the project can outlive the project lifecycle itself. Yeah, the last thing here is sustainability and technology. The world is changing. I consider my clients, I consider them illiterate. Apologies to use that word. So what that means to me is the moment you want a professional to work with you, what we owe you is advice, end-to-end advice. The moment we have that in mind, it does not translate to more money all the time. It translates to customer satisfaction. It translates to impact. We need to advise them on the little enhancement that can be done to make their project sustainable. What sustainability will do for them, we don't have to go overboard on what is not necessary. What it will do for them, it may increase the capex a little bit, but it will assist them in the long run in terms of the operating cost. Sustainability reduces cost at the end of the day. It prolongs the life cycle of projects. That's not what we are talking about today, to go into sustainability in detail, but we need to have it in mind. We need to add it to impact we are creating when we go out there. Yes, to all of us, including myself, because there is no difference between myself. A lot of people here are older than me, and some of them are even competing with me in my years of experience, so we are all equal. So I'm speaking to myself as well. We are not just engineers. We are future leaders of development. We have to be curious. We have to be very curious. We need to search for knowledge. Our practical skills is the only thing that can make us lead by example, and our understanding of what we are doing will make us lead by example. We need to seek mentorship. When we are seeking mentorship, we don't seek mentorship from who has not been to where we are going. I'm not sure if that is clear. You want to show me a direction and you don't know the direction. We are going to get lost together. So we need to seek mentorship. It's very important. It guides our thoughts. It validates our opinions. Ethics, very important. We all know what ethics means. That is what is going to uphold our integrity at all times. Safety, that should be the first thing anyway, but it's very important on our day-to-day life. Our creativity and persistence are the very thing that turn plans into progress. We can make all the plans, we can sit down. If you don't put action into it, it's going to be a dead on arrival. Sorry, I'm not used to these things. My conclusion. If you are serious about national building, everyone has a role to play, of course. Before we walk into here, we were talking about our country. Why are we not developed? And one of my senior colleagues mentioned to me that, said to me that it must start from us. I agree, 100%. All of us, we are going to contribute to it. If we don't contribute to it, and we just put everything in our government, by the time you get there as well, it still be the same thing. So through Government, they must provide continuity and funding discipline, of course. That is what they do for us. They look for money to do our road, make sure the infrastructures are all on point. If you have all of that, of course, the economy will strive. Industry must deliver quality and accountability. Pretty straightforward. What we are uphold in our business, we have to deliver it. Academia must produce practice-ready graduates. We all know what is going on in our country today. I went to Alabi Akintola University, but I grew up in Ibadan, very close to the University of Ibadan. There is big margin between those two schools. But we managed to graduate, but the infrastructure is a little bit different. But the key thing there is we must pass through school and the school must pass through us. Even if what we were taught in school is not exactly what we are practicing out there, but that basic knowledge is key, is the foundation to all of our growth and our successes. Now to us, engineer must assume responsibility beyond drafting, beyond the drawing, beyond the blueprint, and take it to fruition. And execute, and of course, maintain. Having in mind the maintenance that is required from the beginning, from when the project is being formulated. Okay. To conclude this, a nation's success is not measured by the number of blueprints stored on the shelf, of course, but by the infrastructure and the system that serve its people day after day. Engineers, let us commit to seeing plans through, to build safely, sustainably, and smart, and to monitor the next generation to do the same. We have to hold our hands. One thing that, one practice that has not really been respected in this country is collaboration. I've worked outside the country, but I've seen two engineering companies that has good reputation and have substantial level of expertise to take on particular projects. When projects are beyond them, they are open to collaborate with other companies that has what they do not possess. And those companies, they win together. After the project completes, they go their separate ways. Collaboration at every level is very, very important, and we must all promote it together. And thank you very much for having me in here today. I feel very, very privileged, and I'm very honored to speak to every one of us. Thank you very much. I think there'll be question and answer.
Once again, a round of applause to our keynote speaker, engineer Adegboyega Amo. I'm sure we have learned a lot from him. I wouldn't want to begin to do a recap. He told us what blueprint is all about and the real gap, moving from plan to delivery. And of course, it opened our eyes to how we can move from blueprint to build realities and call to action. Once again, a round of applause to our guest speaker. So I'm sure some of us will have one or two questions to ask, but because of the luxury of the time, we'll take two questions. Please, if you have questions, can I just, by a show of raise of hand? Questions? Okay. Or comments? Okay, thank you very much. Comments, please, can we?
Yeah, thank you very much for the lecture. You know, there's one thing he actually concluded with, collaboration. You know, Nigerians are too selfish, unfortunately. we find it difficult to collaborate. I've done a lot of work in the years, and you find that you always failed when it comes to collaboration. Well, the young ones, maybe you'll be able to collaborate more than we did. I don't know. In fact, the QS is here. I know we have challenges with them. They'll say, yes, I'm going to do this. Engineers will do that. But see, we find it difficult to collaborate. And that's what's different over there. They are ready to collaborate at any point to really achieve the success. Nigerians are too selfish, unfortunately. So I think it's a good point you made. And I hope we can all learn to collaborate one way or the other. I mean, I would not say because I'm a mechanical engineer, I should not work with a civil engineer or an electrical engineer. We should all collaborate to achieve success. So I think it's very, very important for we, the young ones, to find it a way of collaborating with your colleagues, professional colleagues, not necessarily engineers, but all the fields. Thank you very much. And that was a very good one.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Okay, there's a comment here. Thank you, Engineer Mo, for your insightful keynote speech. Sorry, it has helped us appreciate the importance of our community or contributions to enhancing innovation within the industry. How do you see, apologies, please, let me.
All right, this is from Princess Olufumilayo Alabi, one of the daughters of the honorary of today. She said, thank you, Engineer Mao, for your insightful keynote speech. It has helped us to appreciate the importance of our contribution to enhancing innovation within the industry. How do you see AI advancing the engineering sector in Nigeria while still fostering grassroots and unique creativity that can help us to compete globally?
Yeah. AI. I think that's the new norm now. And you all have to embrace it. I am already embracing it. When I get confused, I go to AI. And don't forget one thing. The input to AI is human being. So job is not lost. What that would do to us is it will make us more productive. It will enhance our performance. So that is my very little response to that. So let me just speak on something. Sir, I forgot your name, sir. Engineer Ganiu, yeah, on collaboration. We have started it. The gentleman here is my client, and in some ways, I am his client. Recently, there was a project from NSI. They are doing 10 diagnostic centers in Nigeria. They awarded to main contractors. Main contractors subletted to, we call ourselves subbies because we are services engineer. We had to team up with the likes of M&E Kaiser and DMEC on our different strengths to procure. We procure certain items to ensure low price, meaning instead of going on half container, we put 3 containers together, I ship it, and we split the bills. So that is collaboration. And that is the only way. And a lot of examples, internally, both foreign and local, there are even some design that we are partaking on in country that we feel we don't have the exact understanding because we've not done it before. So what we do is we look for a peer review consultant to assist us clean it up to make sure that we are doing the right thing. So there is no way. Collaboration is the only key. And I'm selfish too, sir, to be honest to you. I want to win it. I want to win as much as possible. But there's one saying, work alone, work fast. Work together, work far. It is very, very true. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Please, we'll take this last question from Engineer Tanimowo.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests in the house.
You are well respected, sirs and ma. The new inductee, thank you. My question goes thus, sir. You mentioned the backbone of delivery, which is maintenance. Absolutely. But I know you must have series of challenges in inputting this after delivery. Can you please cite some? Because that's part of my challenge. You deliver a project on long run, you get there, you are not even finding it the way it is. Yes. You have to now do the thinking for them. What must have happened? Why it got to that stage for you to now reverse what has been done. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So those is just a general problem with the culture of our system, where people think that maintenance is just a way of craving for another income into your company. But I think we just have to align and probably preach more on it so that people can actually build it into the system, which is actually the longevity of the project delivery. Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. And that's one of the things we are talking to one another about. Sir, we are all engineers and we are facing the same problem in the country. So we will all go out there together and spread the gospel. When some of us, and some of us here, we have the listening ears of our clients because of the reputation we have built for ourselves. We need to resound it to their ears. Let us understand your intent. Let us document it clearly. When that document is when the document is properly tailored and is maintenance inclined from the beginning, and it is strictly abided with throughout the life cycle of the project, then we'll start experiencing those change. And when people, I know something about this country, talk is very cheap. Action is the most important thing. When project outlives its life cycle and people pay for it, they will spread the gospel as well. So it's not going to be only my job, all of us' job. We may be small today, we're going to multiply with all of this information we are sharing tomorrow. It is very important for the client to constitute maintenance as part of the project requirement from the onset of project requirement collection. So that is just my little response to that. Thank you.
Once again, a round of applause to the keynote speaker. So we're going to take two remarks. The first one from our past president of the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyor, and our president will do a closing recaps on the remark. Thank you very much. Please go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much, Madam Chairman. The road Chairman. I'm truly pleased to be here, and I thank you for contacting us and visiting us. I truly appreciate it. I have a lot of people. I was surprised when I got here, and everyone seems to be people that I've met one way or the other before. We choose collaboration in a way, because now I seems to be a foreigner within your midst, because you're all engineers. I'm a quantity surveyor. I'm a member of AAC, Association for Advancement of Cost Engineering. So we are also cost engineers. But I want to say one thing. I just want to advise us, and advise especially to the inductees. The key to your profession is competence and ethics. Competence. When you veer away from your competency area, you will fall. A lot of us have seen architects that through covetousness, I would say, decide to become design and build architects. At the end of the day, they don't make the name. If you stay glued to your core profession, you can have, some people are multitasking. They are good at it, but stay within your lane. Perfect your lane before you take a bend. And when you want to move to other lane, indicate. Otherwise, you have an accident. Because if you just continue to say, money is here, you jump into it, money is here, you jump into it, money is there, you jump into it, you will on the long run become nobody. Everybody will be asking, oh, who is that guy? Oh, it's a contractor. Oh, it's an engineer. Because there's a difference between being a contractor and an engineer. If you want to be a contractor, then go for the competency area of contracting. The reason why most engineers fail in construction is because they are forgetting that the business aspect of professional practice is different from business aspect of constructing. And it requires different temperament. And I've seen a lot of things that is happening within the profession, because I was so happy when you spoke about collaboration. I will tell you as a fact that the way the QS are feeling is that you are coming with a bulldozer to pack us away from the lane. But we know you are the one that go to the first. Because when you think you are going to pack me off into a dish, I will jump away, but your bulldozer will end up in the dish. And the problem I see with engineering today is that the Society of Engineers are not encouraging the younger ones to acquire the competency required in engineering, design, and construction. Instead of that, they are introducing them to the areas that is not their core competence. I'll give you an example. We have a lot of engineers. In my starting years, when I was starting as a QS, it is unheard of that an engineer is preparing the bill of quantities for MEP work. Unheard of. But what have you done to the country? When the engineers jump into the field, they pack us aside. And I can truly tell you that the country is suffering because of that. Because we left it, because you are big, you are bigger than us. You are almost 100 times bigger than us. So we cannot even fight you. We don't even have the resources to do the fighting. But whose benefit? You may think your profession is benefiting, but the country is losing. I will tell you as a fact that the way QS, we look at a tender document. It's not the way an engineer will look at a tender document. And 9 out of 10, I've been in this industry for a full time. I may not have a long experience, but I started quantity surveying in 1973. So I've seen a lot. And at the end of the day, your profession may likely suffer. It may not be suffering now, but it may likely suffer. I have a practice in UK, and in UK, the QS for engineering for MEP is not even core of the RICS. It's a special wing of RICS, but they are first of all quantity surveyors. Because costing, tendering, and everything affect the project deliverables. If you don't plan it properly, you will end up, I can tell you for sure, out of all the projects we've done in FOAB, my practice, sorry, my MD is here, Ayo, where is it? Ayo. Let them see. That's Mr. Ayo, the managing partner of FOAB. But, oh, okay. But I just want to advise, because I need to round up. I just want to advise, please. I'm not saying you should not go to any area. I'm not saying you should not do other things. But first acquire the competency of your own profession. If you don't do that, you will mess up yourself. And then if you say another profession should not progress further, you want to go to their core area, you also either kill that profession and also kill yourself. And the nation will not benefit from either. Thank you very much.
A round of applause, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I'm sure my president and chairman in council will surely address that. Okay, before I call you for a remark, sir, let me recognize our 13th branch chairman of this branch to be in person of engineer Fumi Akingbagbo, FNSE. Please, can you bring her to the front seat? Please. We have a seat reserved for you, man. Okay, sir.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, my honorable chairman, the president, and all my very senior colleagues here seated. I'm also greeting every one of us. I appreciate you for the opportunity given to me to be able to speak to my colleagues as well. What I'm going to say is going to pick a bit from what QS Aditola did speak about and what Engineer Amaud also spoke about. But I would make reference quickly to what we are speaking about today, which is nation building, harnessing engineering excellence for development. From blueprints to nation building. And I'm going to pick an example of a nation that have actually mastered this. They've been able to come up with a blueprint, and they've been able to harness engineering excellence to develop their nation to where they are today. And it's a nation we all know. And it's a country called China. What we all experience today and what we are seeing from a nation like China within the last 30 to 40 years is a blueprint of a nation building that was guided by engineering excellence. And it was quite deliberate by that nation. It wasn't a fluke. It was something very deliberate by them. So I am sure many of us was very familiar about the fact that a couple of years ago, we say a lot of things about saying, oh, it's fake because it's from China. Well, they were willing to go through that because there was a blueprint to where they are today. And part of that blueprint is embedded in engineering. I am very happy I'm an engineer, and I want us to take one thing today, to be proud of the fact that we are a privileged sect that actually have the opportunity to change a nation. So if Nigeria is going to become what we are all dreaming about in the coming years, it's going to be the work of every one of us seated here. Today, if you go to research, you find out that China produces close to 1.5 million engineers every year. In fact, in the last 2 decades, China has successfully created a country of engineers. So when you see the things happening in China, it is not so far away from the fact that engineering is in the bedrock of it. And presently, I'm so lucky with the fact that I think, if I'm right, close to 50% of the top echelon of the Communist Party in China today are engineers. President Xi Jinping himself is an engineer. And it is a deliberate effort by them to be able to change their nation. QS Adesola said something about competence and excellence. Now, that cannot be far-fetched because it wasn't like they were just producing engineers, but they were producing competent and excellent engineers who were able to harness all the engineering profession to be able to do what they are doing today. And we, as a people, we must ask ourselves that question. Am I competent at what I do? As a mechanical engineer, am I competent? As a civil engineer, am I competent? As an electrical engineer, am I competent? There are so many people saying so many wrong things out there. There is no job. I look around me and I see a lot of jobs. I'm an employer of labor, and I'm looking for engineers every day. I am sure if I ask engineer, he will tell you exactly the same thing. On a daily basis, you wake up, you are looking for engineers. There are so many people with certificates, but they are not employable. Now, there's always an opportunity to make a difference. Now, the truth is this. You might have spent 4 years in university, 5 years in university. You might have been out there for 5 years or 6 years or 7 years or 8 years or 10 years. There's always a point where you have to ask yourself, am I competent at what I do? And I think if there's something I'm going to leave with us, that is exactly what I would like to leave with us today. Because if we do, the issue of nation building as a nation, as a people, will become something of the past. And allow me to just give you an example of a conversation I had with a client recently. We are doing a project for the client, and the client wants us to fast track the project.
Engineering is solution of solving problems. Don't forget, somebody who is an architect of a design, forget about building services, all other engineering products. You must work together to be able to do the takeoff of this. I can tell you, and you know, I have a QS in my office who has spent with us 25 years, who are Akanji, who have been working with us, and the other ones who we have trained in the art and science of doing this job. When we collaborate, we don't lose nothing. When we look at it from an angle that all we have to do, I'm a QS, nobody is chasing anybody. There's enough out there. He mentioned it there that look, I can tell you something here. When you give, you get more. Because even in the Bible, it says, give, it shall be given unto you. Press, measure, shaking together, shall make given to your bosom. Let me say this, that I thought I'm rendering for the younger ones. They form an association, Cannot Old Boys Association, and be patron, and they were able to give me a job in VI for 17-story building. Can you imagine? So what we are looking at is this. Where are you today? Where are you going? How do you want to go? We want to develop Nigeria. There are a lot of ways of doing it. It's all about risk management. You identify, you analyze, and you mitigate. When you do this, you go a long way. When you train your child, give you rest. And employment should not be for us in the building sector, in the building environment. We are collaborating now. Koren, NIQS, Akon, all of you, we are together. And Koban, when we are doing this accreditation, we are doing it together. Everybody goes as a group. What I will say is not what you're going to say. So we need to work together as a team, and then we develop this country, and we put this country in the right pedestal. We will grow. The expatriates, they're taking our jobs. We, you, me, and all others, we will stop it. When we train ourselves, train the younger ones. Technical colleges have gone. We need to bring them back. That is why we are doing something now. We call it in engineering, we engineers, we call it Washington Accord. We are a member of Washington Accord. You train because of the MAR. And when you have attained that agreement, you get to the member, you can practice in every other client. We are talking of Dublin Accord. We're talking of Sydney Accord. All this is about training and getting to the level where all of us can come to terms, and then we can train ourselves and give ourselves what we call empowerment. So for you to develop a nation, it starts from where they are now, not money first. Money first, no. Before you can go to site, you get the job, you must be what you call workshop drawing. Workshop drawings will tell you how do you go about the job. How it has been designed, implementation has come. How do you want to go about it? No design that is perfect. No design that is perfect. You look at it together, and when you look at it together, you find solutions, and then you'll be able to look, this one cannot work, this one can work. How do you do it? We have a job in hand where I'm not criticizing, I'm just telling you the real act of it. Where they said we're going to have two MVA transformers. And I said, okay, cost-wise, what about 5 MVA? If you look at it, you get more. You don't need to have 2 feeders. Then the number of outgoings of the HT panel will be more. So, but you can key it into it. They are all rings. So this knowledge exchange, very critical in nation building. So we need to look at it at that. Soft skills is also very key. We look at it, look at the risk management. I will not want to bore you too much here. I know that the presenter had done a very good job. I like the lecture. I give kudos to him. And I can tell you, let's take a swipe into this. Identify, analyze, and mitigate. Nigeria will be the best, I can tell you this. Thank you very much.
Once again, a round of applause for the president who has thrown more light to that. Thank you very much, my president. Thank you very much. Our president will know you are behind schedule, but permit us quickly to, I will invite my chairman for the commencement of the induction process. Okay. Let me invite the chairman, Engineer Nimot Mueli, and of course, the president and chairman in council of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Margaret Aino Ogutala, FNSC, ably represented by the vice president of the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria. A round of applause as they come forward. And I want to invite the chairman of the planning committee to please ask the inductees to rise up for the induction.
This is the climb of the events. So you have this paper with you.
Do you have your oath with you?
You have what? You have this.
Do you have your oath? Yes.
So I will read. Then there are, where you are to provide answer, you should provide it. Can we start?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Dear friend and new corporate members of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, please listen attentively and answer appropriately. Have you come here today for this induction ceremony on your own free will and accord? Are you willing and ready to be administered with the oath of induction of the society and be formally admitted as corporate member? Do you, having become a corporate member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, solely swear that you will defend and uphold, and at all times, the memorandum and article of association of the Nigerian Society of Engineers on all matters dealt with by her in accordance with the provision of the said memorandum and article of association of the society? Do you promise to undertake and promote the objects of the society at all times? Do you promise to conduct yourself always on all engineering matters in accordance with the society and lay down codes of ethics and conduct? Do you promise to look after the interests and welfare of your fellow engineers and members of the society? Do you promise not to query or take legal or embarrassing action against the society in any action the society may deem necessary against you? I didn't hear that. Thank you very much. Do you promise to meet all obligations to the society and serve selflessly to the best of your ability?
Thank you for taking that hold, and I encourage you to uphold it. So all new corporate members being inducted, we now have to read this out. Please start. Let's chorus it together. I mean, you will read it. 1 to go. So help me God. May God help each and every one of us to be good ambassador of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. On behalf of the president, the 13th president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, chairman in the council, Engineer Margaret Aino Ogutala, FNSC, ably represented by our mentor, vice president of the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, Kuren, Engineer Olaolu Ogunduile, FNSC. I hereby welcome you to the fold of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Congratulations. So you fill the form, you'll be called out in numbers for your presentation at the photo session. Yeah, so Chairman Planning Committee, over to you. Chairman Planning Committee, Engineer Kimboboye. Please call them. Yes, sir. Please permit me to invite our oldest living chairman, Engineer Francis Ogwamana, FNSC, to be part of the process, and Engineer Gani Owolabi, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah. Can stay here, sir.
Okay, Chairman. Oh, yeah.
So, thank you very much. Standing on the well-established protocol, I will be calling out the inductees now. So once you heard your name, just come outside for the dressing. Thank you very much. So the number one on my list is Engineer Emmanuel Ozezua. Please, let's give him a round of applause, please.
Please, let's be fast about it. Let's be fast, please. This way, this way. Come this way. They will decorate you. Oh, yeah.
So,
Please, if you are here with your spouse, you come together, please.
so the next person on the list, Chinoye Sylvester. Silva. Oh, Chinyoye Silva, please come forward.
Please, let's applaud them. Let's applaud. Please, this way.
Next person on the list, Jesu Tofumi. Juniors, Jesu Tofumi. All right, thank you.
Engineer,
can I call yes,
Engineer
the 14th president,
please.
I mean chairman.
Please, ma, you can also join in the decoration so that it can be fast. Please call the next person. The next person.
Next person, Samuel Abajo.
Join us, please. Please,
Samuel Abajo, please come forward. Go to that place. The next person on the list, Engineer Tomi Mayowa Ola.
Please let them decorate you. Have you been decorated?
Followed by Engineer Williams Edet.
Please, can we reduce? Can we have this place reduced, please?
Please, the media, let us arrange ourselves very well.
Decorated. No decoration. Okay.
Engineer Williams Edet, are you here? What is it?
Please, can we reduce the number of people here?
Please,
sorry,
let
do you have
us
your
try to
spouse?
reduce ours.
Okay,
Population
I'm
there.
happy to do that. Hello, please.
Yeah,
The gentlemen of the press, can you move back, please? Please, can you move back?
Distinguished,
please, let's be there. Let's not move
distinguished engineers, we are meant to be disciplined. And discipline starts from now. That will tell us how we're going to move the nation forward. So now, if you are not called, you don't have to come out. And if you are not called, then don't come here so that you don't crowd this environment. Please let us do it in order so that we can actually live here in time. Thank you.
Yes, please. Can we be seated? Can we be seated? Please, Praise, can you move back? Praise, can you move back? Please.
Please, we don't want more than two here, please. More than two pressmen, I beg. please. Okay. Engineer King, please go ahead. Okay. If you are with your spouse, you can take picture while they are doing the presentation. Please come this way so that it will not be. Let him go through this way. We'll come back. Please move closer. Have you been decorated? Just move closer. Okay. Sorry. Okay, you can just be go and stay by the side and take picture. Okay. You can stay beside the president. Stay beside the president and then take picture.
What's their name? Just look at
If you are with your spouse, you are permitted to come with your spouse. Okay.
Imo Paul. Imo Paul. All right. I don't want this place.
Have you been decorated? Hello, please. You can go and take picture.
Oluwatosin Temitope. Come to this place, please. Please, once you heard your name, just come to this place and get your souvenir first. Taiwo Latif. Adeyemo.
Oh, yeah. Pass.
Adeyemo Latif, are you here? Omolola Agnes Olarewaju.
Spot, right?
Eyiwumi Omodamola.
Please, if you are called, you need
Eyiwumi
to move.
Omodamola, please come to this. Okai Anthony.
Your spouse.
Anthony, please come forward for your souvenir.
Hello, please go and sit down. Sorry.
Engineer Elizabeth Yetunde. Get your souvenir first. Adenike Folashade Olorungbomi. Oluwatoyin Victory Eni Ojukan. Yinka Kayode Olarewaju. Engineer Adebayo Olushola Johnson.
Hold on. Hold on. Have you been decorated?
Hold on. You guess.
Please, let's do this.
Don't worry.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Sorry. Hold on.
Peter Ganiyu Sulaiman. Engineer Victor Olusegun Olaniyan.
Have you been called? Hold on. Sorry. Please, hello, sir. Please, can you go and sit down, please? We want this place decongested, please.
Go to the other side.
Hello, please, you can go and sit down.
Somebody can give you a jacket.
Engineer Babatunde Adedamola.
Sorry.
Engineer Taiwo Temilayo. Engineer Kenneth Ejikeme.
Joshua. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Go up. Go down.
Sunday Sholagbade Olayiwole. Raphael Charles. Raphael Charles. Engineer Shakiru Oyewale.
I've been decorated. I've been decorated. Meter. Oh.
Joshua Oluwapelumi. Joshua Oluwapelumi.
Hello. It's okay first. This way, go this way. Okay. Have you collected your? Go there. Go this way. Go this way. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's go this way. Have you been decorated? Yes. Sorry, hello.
Please hold on for your certificate before you go, please. We have your certificate ready, so just ensure you get it before you go. For those that are ready, please.
Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. You've been.
Yes. I'm going. I'm just going.
Let's reduce here. Hold on, don't so long. Want to reduce? Hello. Okay, next. Hold on. You. Sorry, please. Because of that, moment, let them go. Sorry, hold on first. You go now. Please hold on. Because of them. I don't want them to be standing for too long. Go now. Daddy and mom. Hold on.
Sunday Sholagbade. All right. Raphael Charles. Engineer Rashid Olubanwo. Followed by Engineer Temitope Isaac. Engineer Abidemi Emmanuel.
Please come this way. Please collect and come.
Engineer Olajuwon Austin Adesanya.
Okay. Okay, that's taken. Yes. Okay. Oh. What's your name? Let them come. Let them come. Eh? Let them come now. Let them come. Call their name.
Engineer Oluwajuwon Austin. Okay. Engineer Orokunle Michael. Engineer Adam Abdurrahman Alabi.
Be the best, number one and nothing less.
Olusheye Adebola.
Destiny, I wait.
Olayemi Olaitan Patrick. James Oyewole.
Please, if you are called, let's come
Daniel
quickly.
Gemileke Apolabi. Engineer Nelson Uteme. Michael Olusegun Folorunsho. Engineer Akpan Godswill Monday.
It's just like that, how it is. We have our strengths and weaknesses.
Engineer Oludu Ola Oluwasanmi. Olalekan Damilare. Engineer Muiz Olawale Yusuf.
If you are here with your spouse, or you please come.
I to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I
Amioba Edward.
to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, to pick myself up. Stand up, stand up. the champions, for the champions, stand up.
In the college setting, this is your first impression, your first time. You want to put your best foot forward. I'm Lauren Taylor. I'm a student in Future CMO, and I am a Grammarly user. One of the most important parts of growing up is starting to develop your communication style. Grammarly is tailored with the priority.
Raise a cup up for all my day ones. Do me, do fingers for the haters. Life's only getting greater. Straight up from nothing we go. It's got great, but no we made it. The proof is in the paper. We put the good in the good in the good life. We put the good in the good in the good life. We put the bad in the past. Now we alright.
Hey, Lonnie, I got you. Yeah. And it's a feeling that I can't explain. How you make it in your team still stay the same. Stay down from the jump and they never change. Man, it's a moment I could never trade. Yeah, I told my moms not to stress no more. Go hit the Bentley store and no credit card debts no more. I bought the crib and it's an escrow now, so you don't never have to worry about how you go pay rent no more. I put my team in position, now they making a killing. Stacking blue faces straight to the ceiling. Out in Vegas, I'm with them, ordering bottles of the Ace when they send them. Till it ain't enough space up on the table to fit them. Go ahead and
Love up for all my day ones. 2 middle fingers for the haters. Life's only getting greater. Straight up from nothing we go. It's got great, but no we made it. The proof is in the paper. We put the good in the good in the good life. Raise a love up for.
Less, lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh, I believe. I can count on me. So stand.
Please, all the inductees, ensure you fill the oath form and submit it back before you go.
A round of applause. Congratulations to all the inductees. Please, can we have our seats? Please, please, and please, can we have our seats? Please, can we have our seats? Please, music. Hello, can we have our seat, please? Hello, sir. I'm still standing on my feet. Can we have our seat? Let's be seated, please. Can we be seated? Okay. Can we be seated? Once again, a round of applause to ourselves. Let's appreciate ourselves for going thus far. Let's appreciate ourselves. I want to invite the fourth branch chairman of this branch, Engineer Francis Oguamana, FNSC, for a goodwill message. A round of applause.
The president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, our amiable branch chairman, president of NSC, ably represented by Engineer Ogundrile, the representative of the honoree, Mrs. McQueen, our guest speakers, the newly inducted engineers, fellows of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, colleagues from other professions, ladies and gentlemen of the press. Again, I'm delighted to be here on the 16th memorial lecture of Chief Ralph Alabi, whom we hold in very high esteem as the first chairman of this our great branch. while Engineer Alabi was alive, he left for us a legacy. And that legacy is what we are upholding and carrying on till today. I was privileged to have served under him when I became the 4th branch chairman. And of course, he's a man that is focused. He's a man that mentors young engineers. As a matter of fact, Engineer Alabi will have been the president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers way back 1996. But of course, because of his schedule of duties, he wasn't able to become the president of the NSC at that time. But fortunately, in this branch, we have been able to produce 2 presidents of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. You young engineers, the sky is the limit. We look on to you. I can see among you here another president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Imagine. So your being inducted today should not be the end of it all. There are quite a lot of opportunities that are open for young engineers. You heard the guest speaker talk about it. You heard Engineer Gundile talked about it. There are opportunities for engineers, and you cannot afford to keep away from this branch. No matter how busy you are, fortunately, some of our meetings are held online. You can also join our meetings online wherever you are, whether you are abroad, whether in the country, so that you'll be able to follow what is going on in your society, in the profession, and for you to be able to make progress. You might be on a job that you are not even satisfied with, but by the time you log on to the platform, there are so many opportunities that are there waiting to be tapped. So I urge you on, this should not be the first and the last day of you coming to this great branch. Be part of it, be part of the development. The sky is the limit for you. And in Ikeja branch, we have a mentoring program wherein we try to hook up some young engineers with the older members of the branch. So the opportunities are there. Once again, I want to welcome you to this great branch. Feel free. Talk to any senior engineer for whatever problems you have in engineering, particularly as it relates to your job. Once again, you are most welcome to be part of this great society. And I want to thank the branch chairman for able to have sustained this Ralph Alabi engineering lecture. It is not easy, but the thing is to say is, what do people say when you are gone? Chief Alabi lived a worthy life, and today we are honoring him as not only a past chairman, but as somebody who are putting a lot to the development of engineering. So, madam, our greetings to the family of Engineer Alabi. We will continue to do this as long as the branch exists. And of course, the branch will continue to exist. Thank you very much. You are all welcome.
A round of applause for the 4th branch chairman of this branch, Engineer Francis Oguam, FNSC. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I will go to awards of presentation of award, but my president, sir, please permit me quickly to recognize Engineer Olakunle Akinlaguda, representing the chairman of Egmi Ikorodu branch. You are welcome. Please, my IPC, You are welcome, sir. My APC engineer, Femi John Adedoku, please. Apologies. A seat has been reserved for you over before now. Please, can you come quickly to take your seat? Please, let's put our hands together for him as he comes forward. So on this note, permit me to hand over the microphone to my branch chairman, Engineer Nimot Muili, FNSC, who is going to do the presentation of the plaque and award. A round of applause for the chairman.
Please permit me to recognize one of our great supporter and mentor that joined online, engineer Madam Buki Adubi, one of our latest honorary fellow that will be conferred. The chairman CEO of Micron Cables. We appreciate you, ma'am. Thank you very much for joining us virtually despite the late notice. So I will want to invite the president to kindly join me upstage here to start the award presentation to the family of whom have made this occasion possible, and I will yield the floor to my president, sir.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you know, they say whatever that is worth doing at all is worth doing well. When you are serving in a society, please contribute your best. Identify with your people, like Engineer Ogwamana said. So when you are gone, the people will keep remembering you. We celebrate our father, and on this note, we invite daughter to come out and walk up here majestically.
Can we applaud her?
Can you please give her?
Please, can I invite our past chairmen present, all our past chairmen present here to please join this. Please, sir, can you move to the banner? All past chairmen present.
The Nigerian Society of Engineers Ikeja branch, the branch to build, to beat, building a viable engineering culture, remembering our past leaders. We are promoting what we call a good culture, so that every one of us that we are serving that are also willing to serve in future. We know that when you serve well, you are leaving a legacy. On behalf of the Nigerian Society of Engineers Ikeja branch, the branch to be a token of appreciation for a man that have served the engineering family well. Presented to the family of Engineer Alabi, FNSA, during the 16th Raf Alabi Memorial Lecture and induction of new members. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your persistent support. Okay, this goes to yes.
You know, Egbon said here that when you see a man, he said, show me your friend, I'll tell you who you are. This Baba is my Egbon, is my leader. He has served this built environment very well. And for this recognition, I think he deserves it. On this note, on behalf of, can you please step forward, sir, majestically.
QSIO, MD.
Please come, sir.
QSIO. Okay. Okay, he's there. Thank you.
And this is a giant in the stride. It's an oak tree that you don't have to look up to see. He has served the built environment very well. He has been a past president of Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors. And on behalf of Ikeja branch, we are giving you this token of appreciation for honoring us during the 16th Engineer Raf Alabi Memorial Lecture. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. QSIO. Thank you. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you. A pleasure, sir. Engineer Tayo. Yeah. Can I ask Engineer
Adegboyega Amao.
Adegboyega, please, can you join us, sir?
Yeah. Yes. Engineer Adegboyega Amao is an institution in the building industry. We have not met. This is our first time of meeting physically. And we were discussing in the chairman's office. He said, we were discussing, I contributed, we just greeted ourselves. But I see him. He's a gentleman to the core. He has contributed so well in this business industry that he is here today to give a lecture, a keynote, as a keynote speaker. I know is someone that has impacted the younger ones in this engineering subsector. And my chairman, please, I believe this gentleman is just starting because we need to develop ourselves in this nation. And we are the only one that can do it. I thank the chairman and the member for fishing out this gentleman to come out. He is that particular individual, that organization or more. Yeah, it's just starting. The sky is the limit in this country. On behalf of Ikeja branch, and during the 16th Rafa Alabi Memorial Lecture, and being a keynote speaker, we present you this token. Congratulations for a job well.
Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. So one more.
Engineer Lekan Omole. You know, this man is always smiling. Can you tell me the secret? He's ever smiling. Oh, Akunle Oloyemekun. Oh, my Engineer Omole actually really showed himself today because the QS Francis mentioned here that we need to collaborate to develop our youth. And he's on the path of doing it. I heard when he said there are jobs that we're doing, you need to call people along so that we can mentor ourselves. We cannot get or attain that, what do you call executive order 5. That is, how do you call it? Local content. If we are not empowering our younger ones, if we are not empowering Nigerian companies to build the nation, nobody will build it by ourselves. For us, it is only us that can build our nation. On behalf of Ikeja Bands, you deserve this award, and this token is given to you not only to keep in your office, but to do more for the society. Congratulations. Very much.
Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, Otito. Yes, that's it.
Thank you very much, my president. Yes. Okay. A round of applause for ourselves once again. Congratulations. I'm going to take a response from one of the inductees, the person of Engineer Johnson. If that sounds more like your name, please, can you quickly come forward? Please, can we applaud him? Can we applaud him? A round of applause once again. Quickly, you have 1 minute, 22 seconds.
Okay, since I have 1 minute, standing on the existing protocol, I'd like to recognize the president of Nigerian Society of Engineers and the chairman in council, ably represented by the vice president, Koren, the chairman of NSC Ikeja branch, the past chairman are present, and all our senior engineers are present, the keynote speaker, the guest of honor. We'd like to appreciate the legacies of our fathers who have worked tirelessly to put in place what we can see today and what we are enjoying today. I also like to appreciate the efforts being made by the Nigerian Society of Engineering Ikeja branch. We appreciate what you have been doing. And I also like to appreciate the planning committee for putting this together. I would like to thank you. And to my fellow inductees, I think 3 words have been consistently mentioned today. And the 3 words are collaboration, competence, and excellence. So I'd like you to take these 3 words with you as you go on in the practice of your engineering. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you very much.
Oh, a round of applause once again for ourselves. We are gradually coming to the end of this program, and I want to appreciate us. So I want to call on our immediate past chairman, IPC, president of Engineer Femi John Adedo to FNSC for a closing remarks. A closing remark. 1 minute, 38 seconds, sir.
Thank you very much. I thank my president for being here, despite his tight schedule. We recognize our part chairman, the 5th part chairman of the branch, Engineer Francis Oguamana FNSC. He has been a father to us, has been supporting us in all our way. He's over 17 and he's still after the youth, that youth must grow, that he's ready to mentor us. He mentored people like us, and we are still here. So he is still ready to perform that service to you young one that just inducted today. We thank you. May the good Lord be with you and support you in all you're doing. To our daddy, Engineer Gani Olabi, FNSC, he has been there for us all the time. There's no program that will not see Baba. He's encouraging us. At times, I always pray that God give me strength to be like all these headers. May that good Lord be with you, sir, and give you strength more. To all my colleagues, the Korean representative that are here, by the part chairman, and all other engineers that are here, we thank you for being here. This is an annual program. We always do it in remembrance of Baba, and we have heard that Baba was the president Nigeria Society of Engineering never had, but he supported all our activity till his death time. So we thank the family. We thank the family for supporting us always, and we pray that this program will outlive every one of us in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you very much.
A round of applause to IPC. Please, apologies once again. And I'll quickly give the APWEN Vice Chairman the opportunity to give a short remarks. A very short one. She has promised me 1 minute, 29 seconds, please.
Thank you very much, sir. Good evening or afternoon, distinguished engineers, colleagues, and our beautiful guests. It is my honor to bring warm greetings on behalf of the chairman of the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria, Lagos chapter. We're delighted to be a part of this event, the 16th Ralph Alabi Memorial Lecture, and as well as the induction of the new corporate members
hosted by the Nigerian Society of Engineers Ikeja branch. We would like to also mention that we celebrate the enduring legacy of engineer Dr. Ralph Alabi, a man whose vision and excellence continues to inspire generations. We also congratulate the newly inducted members and urge you to uphold the values of this great association. Thank you. And on behalf of Appoint Lagos chapter, I commend the organizers, for sustaining this impactful tradition. Thank you for the opportunity to be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So on this note, permit me to call on the Chairman Planning Committee, Engineer Olubumi Akimbo Boye, for a closing remarks. Or vote of thanks, sorry, for the vote of thanks.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Standing on the well-established protocol, distinguished President, Nigeria Society of Engineers, Engineer Margaret Aina Ogutala, FNSC, ably represented by the Vice President of Koren, the Chairman, NSC Keja branch, all protocol duly observed. I want to, before I actually give my speech, which is very short, I will welcome all the committee members to come forward, please. If you're a committee member of this planning, please come forward as I give the closing vote of thanks. On behalf of Nigeria Society of Engineers, Ikeja branch, I extend our deepest gratitude as we conclude this historical Ralph Alabi Memorial Lecture and induction of new corporate members. First, we give thanks to God for granting this grace to witness this particular occasion. Today, we have celebrated excellence, professionalism, and commitment to engineering ideas. As the great engineers Nikola Tesla once said, the present is theirs, and the future for which I really worked is mine. Indeed, the future belongs to those who innovate and serve humanity. Our heartfelt appreciation goes to the chairman of NSC Keja branch, Engineer Nimot Muili, FNSC, and all the executive members of NSC Keja branch, including the committee member of this branch. We say thank you very much for your time and for your efforts. And also to our keynote speakers, we want to say thank you very much. To our guest speakers, we say thank you for your effort, for putting in effort to ensure this program is actually successful today. And to everyone that actually participated today, we say thank you. And to all our inductees, we say thank you very much because you actually made this program possible for us. Your cooperation so far is actually very, very important to us. I will say we thank you very much and God bless you all. Finally, to the organizing team, technical crew, and the volunteers, thank you very much for your effort. I remember humble self, Engineer Olubumi Emmanuel Akimboboye, MNSC. God bless Nigeria. God bless Nigeria Society of Engineers. Thank you very much.
Applause for the planning committee chair. Thank you very much. On this note, we have come to the end of this program. But before we do the national prayer, please, especially to the inductees, my president have actually said this before, but let me re-echo it again. We are having our international conference and AGM coming up on the 1st to 5th of December. It's about 3 weeks away from now, 2 to 3 weeks away from now. The branch to be has made arrangements for logistics, for accommodation. Although it has closed, but I want to give you the opportunity. If you are interested, we have accommodation which we have already making reservation for. Please feel free to contact me. And for transportation logistics, we have our bus that will convey at a minimal cost. And for other activities that might be necessary, we'll get you informed. Please key into this opportunity. It is expected that every one of us, not only the fellows or the other engineers, but even the newly inductee, take the most advantage of this. On this note, can we be on our feet as we take the national prayer? 1, 2, go. O God of all creations, grant this our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and so with peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed. Amen. Thank you very much. We're going to give, please, you can be seated. I think Order of photograph. Order of photograph, please, because of our time. Please, can we quickly arrange seats here for the dignitaries? Please, the president is sorry to sit. No.
Yes, it's just.
Yeah. Please, Akibobe. Let's arrange. My president, sir. The chairman. President, chairman. No, more seats. Proceed. President, no, delay. My chairman, Ejoko. All the seats. Oh, yes, sir. Hello, ma. Please. Hello, sir. Please, you can be seated. No, Mele Prombi, Mele Losson. Ejoko, sir. Please, sir. No, Ejoko. Can we bring 2 more seats? Okay, please quickly picture. Photographer, where's the photographer? Please, let's do this fast. Okay. Please, 1 more seat. Please, the seats here. Here. Engineer Kibaboom, please. Oh, my skill to one side, I beg. Engineer Fumi Akibaboom, FNSC. The president wants you here now, man. Okay. Quickly, the elders in the society, please be ready. Please, the elders, Engineer Yola, Engineer Odegbega, Engineer Tanimowo, and others, please be ready to join at the back quickly. And all ESCOs, please join. After this, please, after this. Have you taken it? Any suru after this? All ESCOs, planning committee, all leaders, and senior members of the branch. Immediately after that, all the inductees. Is that taken? Okay. Please, quickly, all ESCOs, senior members, elders, please, sir, Engineer Tanimo, Engineer Debega, Adele, please, FNSC, please. Please, I will quickly do that. Hold on. Engineer Shida, please. Okay. Planning committee.
Planning committee. Engineer Ogunbowale. Planning committee, victory. Okay. Planning committee. You didn't join? Please join.
Yes.
Planning committee, please. Planning committee, please. Let's make it snappy. Inductees. All inductees, please. All inductees.
That's the last one.
Able to come. Thank you. No, other possession. No. Am I? Sorry, sir. Sorry, hold on. Hello, hold on, please. Hold on, please.
Hold on.
There's other possession, please. We all graduated from the university. So the president, the chairman, and the president, in conjunction with the dignitaries, will file out for us before the inductees. Please. Thank you, sir. Oh, yeah, then.
Go like this.
Oh, yeah, please, the dignitary. Before the inductees.
Thank you very much. So for all the inductees, there's camera 360 outside. So you can go there and take another picture for yourself, another video for yourself. And at the end of everything,